Hello to anyone watching this. So I'm going to start this video out with a quick cold start of this beautiful 97 Dodge Viper GTS Coupe. Bit of a dreary day here in Salt Lake. Can't seem to find a good day. Let's see if we can get a good angle here. Start this beast up. Alright, that's probably good for a cold start. Pull her out and do a walk around, tell you everything about this car. Okay, let's do a walk around of this 97 Dodge Viper GTS Coupe. She's got about 42,600 miles on it. I have to take a look inside to see the exact amount. Of course, this weather's decided to sprinkle on me. Just had it detailed and washed, of course. As you can see, the windows are tinted. The side windows are tinted. The rear window is tinted. It does have the factory wheels. The paint and body are in very good condition. The front spoiler, like on just about any of these Vipers you see, does have some scrape marks. That's just pretty typical. Anybody that drives these cars, even if you get them repainted, especially here in the Salt Lake area, we have a lot of steep approach angles for driveways and stuff like that, so that is an issue. But everything else on it is very clean. Let's take a look inside here. Now this car does come with racing harnesses pre-installed. The previous owner, my wife and I have owned this car for about 10 years, so it's primarily actually her car and been female driven, if that's something that anyone cares about. I don't know if you can see the mileage there. Does have an aftermarket Alpine audio system with a 6-disc changer in the back, as well as a DVD system in the back. It's very old. It's probably something that most people wouldn't use or probably swap out. Let's see, it does have a short throw shifter that was pre-installed when we got the car. Like I mentioned, the 5-point, I think they're 5-point harnesses. We've never actually used them. You can just put we usually just have the seat forward, and you can tuck these belts in behind the seat. That's where they've pretty much lived for the last 10 years. And then just put the seat back, and then you don't even know they're there. Let's take a look under the hood. See if I can do this with one hand. Okay. A little dusty, but still very clean. We've got it's got K&N air filters, and we've got the aftermarket intake, silicone intake there. I didn't install those. Those were also pre-installed. The only thing that we've had installed is it does have Ballinger headers, and this car also has our Viper Tech. His name, anybody in the Salt Lake area knows of a guy named Viper Dave. He's done all the work on this car. Certified Viper Tech, that's pretty much all the guy did. Unfortunately, about 3 years ago, he retired. But he did also install a battery cut. So when you're storing the car, if you don't want to keep it in a battery tender, you can pop that key out and it disconnects the battery so that the car's not drawing on the battery whatsoever. The only real maintenance we've had to do on the car is in March of 2023. So just a couple months ago, I did put a new battery in. So also speaking of the modifications, so we've got the Ballinger headers. The car did come when we bought it, has if you can see that there, it's kind of hard to see, has StopTech big brake kit installed. I don't know the exact kit. Again, the previous owner had that installed. Let's take a look on this side. Same thing with the, we've got the belts on this side. They can be tucked away, no problem. Short throw shifter, that I've never actually driven one without a short throw shifter, but from my understanding, that makes a huge difference. Headlining, everything's in good condition. Let me grab the keys and pop the trunk. Grab the key on me. Here we go. Okay. Oh, well, it usually stays up. Well, maybe it needs, might need, so you might need new. Here's looks like we got a couple of amps installed. Rear speakers. This is the disc changer and the DVD. I've never really used that. Like I said, it's a really old system, and it's primarily, like I said, it's primarily driven by my wife. And she prefers to listen to the roar of the engine, as she says. So that's not real. The system wasn't real important to her. Windshield's got a little tinting on the top there. Windshield's in good condition. Looks like it needs a little wipe down on the inside. I guess I should have had the detailer do that, but when it's wiped down, it's really clean. Hood's in great condition. I know the hoods on these are expensive. Any questions I can answer, feel free to ask. When we first bought it, it took us 10 minutes to figure out how to open that. That was fun. So let's talk about, I do want to bring attention, there are 3 issues with this car, and I want to bring attention to those issues just because I like to be transparent, and if I were buying this car, it's something I would want to know up front. They're minor issues, I would consider them very minor, but it's something I do want a prospective buyer to know. The first issue is the AC unit doesn't hold a charge, or the AC system, I should say. We've had it looked into, and one of the AC lines has a leak. The compressor is good, everything in the system is good, just one of the lines has a leak. Our Viper guy, again, Viper Dave that I mentioned earlier, said that it's about a $500 fix. Again, this is basically my wife's car, and she drives it with the windows down. So with that being said, she opted not to get the AC fixed. She just drives it around and enjoys it as a summer car, so that wasn't really a big deal for her. So that's one issue. The second issue is a very common problem with these Vipers, for most of them from what I understand, is the plastic clip that holds the driver's side window to the mechanism that rolls the window up and down. That clip broke. It's a cheap little part, $5, $10 part, which I've replaced and fixed. But for some reason, the window rolls up and down just fine. However, when you're rolling the window down, if you hold down the button and keep rolling it down, after the window goes down past the door sill, like it normally would, if you keep holding that button down, what will happen is that door clip will pop off the track and the window won't roll back up again. And you'll have to take the interior of the door off and put the window back on the track. From what I understand, obviously that's not how it's supposed to be. I'm not sure if there's something I just didn't do correctly.
Sorry, I didn't understand that.
Sorry, watch is talking to me. I'm not sure if it's something I didn't assemble correctly, but I understand it's an easy fix. I'm just not sure exactly what needs to be done to prevent that from happening. So the window works just fine. We're just careful not to, after you roll it down, don't keep rolling it down, or it can pop off the track. It rolls up just fine, rolls down, everything's great. That's just something to be aware of. And then the third and last problem that we've run into, and to be honest, 10 years, we've put about 22,000 miles on the car. It's been incredibly reliable, but the last problem we run into is, for some reason, the driver's side belt buckle, it doesn't engage when you try to buckle your seatbelt. What you have to do is you have to press in the release, hold it, push the buckle in, and then release it, and then it works just fine. Something inside the buckle's not catching, and I'm sure it's just some little part that's gone wrong, and I just haven't had a chance to track that down and figure out exactly what it is. So there you have it. 97 Viper, well taken care of, primarily driven by my wife over the last decade, and the only reason we're selling it is we've had this car for the last decade, and it's just time for something new. And so we've got the Stop Tech brakes, K&N air filters, Ballinger headers. Oh, it does have a catback exhaust with an X pipe installed in the back. We had that done, and the rear catalytic converters have been removed. The catalytic converters in the side panels are still there, so it's still road legal, road compliant. It just sounds mean as hell now. Short toe shifter, pre-installed racing harnesses, and sound system. Although I kind of see the sound system as something that someone's probably going to replace anyway or not really care about. And then the 3 issues, like I mentioned, the AC line has a leak, needs to be fixed. It's about a $500 fix or so from what our Viper guy tells us. And then the issue with the window, just don't roll it down too far or fix whatever I didn't quite do right with the clip. Super cheap part. I've actually got extras I can send with the car. I think I bought a 3 or 4 pack. And then the seat belt, for some reason, not wanting to click in on its own. It works just fine and holds. You just have to push in the release, push in the buckle, and you can do it with one hand once you get used to it. It's not a problem. It's just a little annoying. So that's about it. If anybody has any specific questions, feel free to message me and I will get back to you ASAP. And yeah, like I said, if it means anything to anybody, primarily female driven for the last 10 years, whatever that means to, prospective buyer. My wife just drives around in it. She doesn't hot rod. She just likes the car and just enjoys driving it around. And we've only put, in the 10 years, we've put about an average of about less than 2,000 miles a year on it every year for the last 10 years. So all the maintenance has always been kept up on it. I don't have all the receipts, but it always got oil change every 3,000 miles, as it should, with full synthetic oil. And everything was looked after. Like I said, our Viper guy took care of everything, took care of it. And that's another reason why we're selling it, is don't really have anybody, if something were to go wrong, don't have a Viper specialist that I'm aware of local to us anymore. So there we have it. All right, thanks everyone for stopping by and taking a look. Have a good day. And I got to get this thing out of the rain and go home and wipe it down now. Okay, so a little quick driving video. It is a little damp out. Can't seem to get a decent day. Car shifts great. Downshifts great. Give it a little bit here, but it is damp, so obviously got to be careful. Let's roll the windows down a little bit. Oh, maybe not that one. That's got the camera on it. Maybe a little bit. Hopefully the camera picks up. Obviously, the camera should be able to pick up the exhaust. No major trans noise, clutch is great. It's been a great car. Kind of hate to get rid of it. There's really nothing, I don't think there's anything really in this price range that you can touch that looks anywhere near as distinctive and frankly just has the road presence of this Gen 2 Viper. Shifting at about 4,000, so we're not trying to flog it or anything. Just show anybody that the car runs excellent. It's exactly what it's supposed to do. Not sure about this U-turn. We'll see though. Not bad. Just fun to cruise around in fifth. Surprisingly, in the higher gears with this 6-speed T56, it's actually pretty decent gas mileage on the freeway. We picked it up in Washington State and drove it home, and I think we got something around 28 miles to the gallon on the way home on the freeway, which for a big lumping V10, that's pretty good. Does go away. Fun car to drive. Definitely gets attention. Can't take this car anywhere. Go into the store real quick, come out, and almost every single time there's somebody, I guess that's the only downside, is there's somebody, hey, can we take a picture of or with or in your car? Which is cool for, at first that's cool, but after 10 years of it, it can get annoying, but that's all right.